This video is sponsored by Vite Ramen. What's up everyone? Today we're making
東江鹽焗雞。
salt-baked chicken, a dish my dad has made thousands of times.
Hello 朋友們，今日同大家介紹呢個呢係東江鹽焗雞。做法咧就好簡單嘅啫，佢又唔係傳統嗰個用炒啲鹽咁焗熟，佢係用水浸熟之後再經過處理嘅。
The name of this dish is salt-baked chicken, a direct translation of the Chinese yim guk gai. Like my dad said, this is not the traditional way to make this dish, which is to completely cover a whole chicken with a large amount of stir-fried salt, then baking it. This results in a tender, perfectly cooked chicken with a smoky, salty flavor, which you can pull apart by hand. Today, we'll be learning an alternate and simpler method of preparing this classic dish. As an overview, we'll first poach the whole chicken on low heat, then use an ice bath to seal in the chicken's juices. Then we'll create the essential salty sauce by stir-frying salt and mixing it with sand ginger powder and sesame oil. Lastly, we'll tear the chicken apart by hand, mix the meat with our sauce, and plate. My dad's method is much easier to do at home and just as delicious.
我而家咧就先將隻雞浸熟先嚇，咁佢滾水先至擺隻雞落去嚇。擺落雞之前咧，就先將你個髀掹開佢，等佢呢啲肉同佢隻雞俾分離開。佢浸嘅時候就容易啲熟啦嚇。呢度咧整穿個窿嘅，如果唔整穿個窿嘅咧，佢入邊啲水就唔得流通啦。
Few people ask, what kind of chicken do you use?
我哋呢隻雞係貴妃雞，當然你係用其他雞都得，唔好用咁大隻嘅，3磅零咁啊最好。美國啲雞有啲白雞都好細隻嘅啫嘛，總之係唔好用咁大隻嘅雞做。好啦，我哋而家擺隻雞落去嚇，水就關啦。用雞之前咧，拎起幾次佢3次，等入邊完全係有啲熱水通咗入邊呵。好啦。擺晒落去，雞腳擺埋落去，隻雞咧擺落之後咧，冚翻蓋，開到最慢嗰度，浸35分鐘咁上下，隻雞就可以熟噶啦。
What my dad is doing is also called poaching, where we cook ingredients by submerging them in simmering liquid. This is very similar to how bak chit gai and the ever-popular Hainanese chicken dishes are made. So after poaching the chicken for 35 minutes on low heat, we're going to prepare an ice bath for it in a large bowl.
嗱，隻雞而家就浸熟咗啦嚇。嗱，你篤一篤呢度個雞髀嗰度就知道佢熟唔熟噶啦。呢度最厚嘅肉噶啦，冇血水出嚟就證明隻雞已經熟咗噶啦。我拎出嚟啦，嗱，俾個筷子咁穿住個雞翼嗰度咁咪得咯。俾啲凍水冰水咁浸佢，咁咧就雞入邊啲肉咧就收住晒啲椒水啦，雞就好食啦。
We're going to keep the chicken in the ice bath for about 5 minutes.
How do you keep the chicken juicy?
好簡單啫，你好似我咁浸熟咗雞，俾啲冰水一凍咗，佢入邊啲汁咪唔流得出嚟咯，唔得啊！咧我而家咧就炒咗鹽，整咗個梳士嚟整嗰個雞嚇。個特點咧就係將啲鹽咧炒香咗，我用2個湯匙個鹽炒香佢啲鹽。
With the heat on medium, we'll stir fry the salt for about 1 minute. I also wanted to make a special shout out to thank all of our wonderful Patreon supporters for helping bring this video to life. If you enjoy our videos and are interested in supporting us directly, head on over to patreon.com/madewithlao to learn more.
Okay.
After a minute, turn off the heat and pour the salt into a bowl.
呢個茶匙沙薑粉撈埋嗰啲鹽嗰度，千祈唔好撈落隻鑊一齊炒嚇，一齊炒咧啲沙薑粉咧就好容易會燒燶咗嚇，將啲鹽嘅熱度咧整到啲沙薑粉咧會好香噶啦嗱。多啲少少落去唔緊要，多啲好味啲。
An essential ingredient in this dish, sand ginger, or sakeong, is actually not a type of ginger at all. Though closely related, it's actually a variety of galangal, a plant that has many variants that are used throughout Southeast Asian cuisines such as in Thai and Lao tom yum soups. Sand ginger, also known by its scientific name, Kaempferia galanga, and other common names such as kenker or aromatic ginger, is also used in Asian herbal medicine and of course used in certain dishes for its distinct peppery and aromatic taste. It can be found in many forms at your local Asian market, fresh, dried and sliced, or like we have here, powdered.
汁就整好咗啦，俾埋啲藥落去啊！而家咧就俾2個湯匙嘅麻油上去，俾1個湯匙豬油上去。
Lard is traditionally used for this sauce, but you can also substitute olive oil for it. We have all of these ingredients listed on our blog at madewithlao.com, along with step-by-step instructions and video clips to guide you as you make the recipe at home.
平時都好少用豬油嘅，我就係甚至燒嗰啲豬肉啊，嗰啲油我就攞嚟用啫嘛。
Right now, people doesn't want to like
They wanna be more healthy.
intake like a animal fat, right? Like a more vegetable oil for the diet. But the taste is totally different. If you use lard, oh, that is more attractive. But for healthy, I think you just do your own choice.
I wanted to take a quick moment to thank today's sponsor, Vite Ramen. If you don't live near an Asian grocery store, sometimes it can be hard to find healthy, high-quality noodles to make Chinese dishes with. And if you've been following our channel, you probably know that we've been partnering with Vite Ramen, which is an incredible Asian-owned small business that makes arguably the healthiest ramen in the world. In a recent video, my dad actually made chow mein with their noodles, which was just as good as what you get in restaurants, but much healthier. In that video, I also shared a bit with my interview with Tim, a really cool dude who is the CEO of Vite Ramen and a former Michelin star chef. His story is really inspiring, starting a company as a college student, persevering through being told no by a bunch of experts, and then going on to sell over 1 million packs of noodles. Their noodles, aka Naked Nudes, are extremely healthy. They're made with a mixture of quinoa and wheat and contain 23 grams of protein per block. To put in context, that's as much protein as a scoop of protein shake. If you're looking for something more ready to go with seasoning included, then Vite Ramen is a fully nutritionally complete meal on its own with up to 31 grams of protein. Their flavor packets are made with real miso powder imported from Japan, real chicken, and etc. Tim and the nimble 15-person team at Vite Ramen do all of this in-house in a 1,200 square foot facility in the Bay Area. And they just released version 3.0 of their noodles, which is a complete overhaul of their ramen. From speaking with Tim and the team, I know a ton of love went into designing and nerding out over the perfect chemistry of nutrients and flavor profiles. Personally, I've been enjoying eating Vite Ramen for a while now, and they did a really great job with version 3.0. Apart from the ramen, I just really like Tim, and I think he's doing something special that more people should know about. So if you want to try some Vite Ramen and support Made with Lao and a fellow Asian-owned business in the process, click the link in our description for 10% off your purchase and free Vite Ramen swag.
嗱，咁好就得啦。呢個粥好靚。呢個粥咧就整好隻雞嘅時候就一齊撈，唔係傳統式嘅鹽焗雞，東江鹽焗雞嚟嘅。東江鹽焗雞就係靠呢個梳士。
嗰個方法係咪好食啲啊？一樣。
各有各啦。你呢個雞咧食起嚟就冇咁乾，啲雞食起嚟多汁，但係嗰隻呢啲炒喺啲鹽咁冚住隻雞咧，嗰隻就乾啲。佢或者佢就香啲。東江鹽焗雞就係喺廣州嗰間東江飯店做出嚟嘅。廣州係得幾間好似咁規模嘅，招待啲外邊嚟嗰啲貴賓。佢以前咧佢就改咗好似我咁嘅做法，好多人就係食㗎。我都去呢間飯店食過呢個東江鹽焗雞。搣雞先嚇，雞頭唔用住啦，陣間就擺翻呢個雞嗰度。
We'll start by removing the head, wings, and drumsticks from the body of the chicken.
呢對雞髀，搣開佢。
Then we'll break the chicken into 2 lengthwise.
而家就搣雞胸肉㗎啦。
We'll remove as much meat and skin from the back of the chicken as we can.
呢個就擺喺呢度，擺喺佢先搣雞髀。
Then we'll do the same with the meat and skin on the drumsticks.
搣晒佢，呢個擺翻中間。
點解咁樣擺啊？
擺佢雞形喺度啊嘛。
In Chinese culture, a whole chicken symbolizes prosperity and perfection, which in Cantonese is yun mei. So it's important to plate the dish to show the completeness and shape of the chicken.
佢搣翻咪成隻雞咁喺度咯，擺翻佢咯，係嘛？咁樣。雞頭擺喺呢度。
My dad is using his hands to rip up the chicken here because it preserves the soft and juicy texture of the meat and also prevents you from cutting across the grain incorrectly. He also just thinks it's easier this way.
You know, if you can't get a whole chicken with the head, I know it's more perfect, right? But say you really want this dish, you can only go to Safeway. You cook it the same way, right?
買啲雞髀嚟做一樣得㗎喎，唔一定要成隻雞喎，雞髀一樣咁浸熟佢搣開佢就咁撈嗰啲，最主要就係呢個梳士啫嘛仔。
For the rest of the bones, my dad recommends keeping them to make a flavorful broth.
啲雞皮咧，陣間就鋪翻上去個面度。好啦，咁就搣好晒啦，唔想搣到好晒嚿。搣完之後咧，就開始用嗰啲梳士嚟撈咯。
As the sauce is very salty, it's best to start with a small amount. We can always add more later on if it's not flavorful enough.
好，撈勻佢。 有冇試啊？
Yes.
又滑係嘛？又滑又香又好味係嘛？好滑係嘛？
啱啱就係。
咁啊擺晒上嚟啦，唔對隻手肥嘅。OK， 我擺上嚟啦，就擺翻啲雞皮上去一陣間嚇，仲要好啦，擺埋啲雞皮上嚟。當然咧，雞皮同雞皮就好睇，你有啲人中意食雞皮，有啲人就唔中意食嘅。我撈埋呢隻雞腳上嚟先嚇。好，朋友們，東江鹽焗雞搞掂咗啦，希望大家中意。紅隊吃雞咯！
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yes.
Cheers! Cheers!
That one is the
This
attracting
is
sauce.
wow.
Put a little bit.
Cam, try some chicken?
Yeah, one thing I need to remind our audience, when you made this sauce, just try little by little because
Little
this is a really, really salty sauce.
Did you grow up eating this?
大個咗先喺廣州食過，
香港冇。
香港冇食過，細個嗰時冇食過。
冇啊，冇食過。食鹹雞好多，但係唔係咁樣嘅。
Which one do you prefer, this or bak chi gai?
I like this.
兩個都中意，呢個就好味啲，白切雞就味梗係清啲。
I like this one because I like the sound after you stir fry the sound. It's become different taste. It's called 淮鹽 and then mix up with the 沙姜. That
Heaven.
is heaven.
You like chicken? I'm so sick.
It's bedtime. I'm too tired.
I'm
I'm too tired to answer your question.
Leave me a message
Yeah.
and I'll answer next
And
time.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Guy.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.